Hi, word study people. So we are going to just review our coding today. So really quickly, I'm just going to take us through the first three. Please do the coding before you watch the video because this video is just for you to check the coding. So here we go. You've coded the first three of each list already, and I am now going to show you how to code them to make sure you have it correct. So I'm going to underline my vowel, mark it with a V. I'm noticing what kind of vowel this is. This is the ow and ow list. OU says ow in the middle of a word. OW says ow at the end of a word or before a final N or L. So now OU is ow, and I know that that is a vowel team that makes a different sound. So I am going to circle it. This one, same way. The only thing that's tricky about this one is there's an E at the end of this one because sometimes after a final S, S's just don't end a word. You'll see this a lot in when you're reading. There are a lot of words that follow this because V is the same way. So it isn't a magical E or anything like that. I would cross this out. I would just notice what it is and cross it out so it doesn't confuse me. And then I'm going to circle my OU. Last one, underline my vowel, mark it with a V, circle, and this word is sprout. We have ground, blouse, sprout. OU says ow. You would do the same thing with OW down here. The only thing, if you were to code it, the only thing that to note is that sometimes OW does have a different sound, which is O. So that's why when you mark it with your V, if you were coding like a list of different words, you would have to notice, oh, is this at the end of the word? No, but is it before a final N or L? Yes. So then this would be a circle as well. And that word is crown. All right, let's move over to un and dis, both words meaning not. So I am going to box in my prefix, underline my vowels. Now here's something a little interesting about this word. So this is actually a cutting pattern that you've learned because Y is a vowel. In this case, Y is always a vowel at the end of a word. So I underline both of my vowels. I bring down my consonants. I cut in the middle. Now at the end of a two-syllable word, Y says E. So I'm just going to draw a line over it because I notice that this is a two-syllable base word. And then this first syllable is a closed syllable. So this word is happy. That's the base word. Unhappy. Here I'm going to do the same. I'm going to box in my prefix, underline my vowel team. Oh yes, if you want to write VT on top or B, but there's no bossy R's, that's fine too. I know that many of us get into it, but do the coding first. So OA says O. So I'm going to mark a macron above the O because that tells me that that's the long vowel sound. So then that base word is load and it is unload. Next one, similar. This is a vowel team. EA has two sounds, so you actually try them both before you do it. I think you learned full sound. So I would say the most common is E, so clean. So it is correct, it would be E. If it wasn't, you would try the F sound for EA. And the last least common is A, which we almost use those words as red words anyway. So this is unclean. The only other thing to note is that this is one of those long vowel exceptions here. So some kids might think that this is wind, but this actually says wind because IND can have a long vowel like OLD. So I would just swoop it and then make a long vowel sign under that if I needed to code that one. Okay, so I think that's those. So next, we're going to move over to our IGH. Underline our vowels. Remember, when we underline this vowel, we're going to notice that it's IGH. So we underline the whole thing to remember. Then we notice that there's two vowels in here and consonants in between. So we bring down our consonants. We cut in between the consonants. That's the cutting pattern. Then this is a closed syllable, so it gets a brev above the U, sun. And then remember, IGH says I, so I put my macron above the I. Sunlight. Next one. There's two vowels in this one, too. I mark my vowels. The only thing a little tricky is when I bring down my consonant, it can be either. You can cut there or there, but this is a long vowel. This is a long vowel in a two-syllable word. It says E. So mighty. The T in this is a little d. Sometimes the sounds get a little lazy, but mighty is the word. Last one, underline my vowel. Mark it with a V. Remember that IGH says I. This is sight. All right, so that's the coding for this week. I hope it went well. Remember to read all of these words, please, friends, and I will see you soon. Bye.